So this is where group B jumps in. Once again, I've sort of lined off every part with a jump. So you've got the jump from group A before the dance break. That's where you can jump in for group B. So this is the dance break. It's the same as from a Harry Potter sequel itself. I took the choreography from that and I adapted it a little bit so it's manageable to do in a big group. So I'll explain and you'll see what I mean with when I say I've adapted it a bit. So you've got 1 and 2 and you start with your right foot, put it over your left, you go a bit sideways and your hands go to the right. It's this bit of a shake. Everybody in the sequel does it differently as well, so I suggest you just throw it from left to right and then you switch, because to switch your feet, just a little shake. 2 and then you jump right over left and your hands go to the sides. That's the first shake. 3 and 4 and once again, you've got your feet crossed, so you just need to turn a bit, go a bit on your feet, on your heels, so you can make sure the turn happens properly. You just shake your hands and you keep them to the same level. Once again, hands on the same level as your shoulders. So then you walk to the side, to the right. 3, 4. So you've got 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and make sure you end up completely above with your hands and you also look up. I've adapted this part a bit because in the sequel itself they go completely round with their arms, but in the Space Store they also did it this way and it's easier to learn it this way. It'll be more synchronized this way, so we're also going to do it this way. Instead of going completely around, you just switch your arms when you go backwards. So you need to start with your left foot behind for the kicks in order to make sure you end up with your your right leg in the air. You put your leg down, you make a turn, you pull your left leg up and you slap your thigh. This is 1, down and the other slap. You put your right down, you take another step, you bend forward and those are the snaps. So 5, 6 and 7 and 1 and slap, 2 slap, 3 and 4 and yeah, I've got a little space here, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and personally I think this is the most difficult part from the dance break. So it's you end with your right leg in the air. I'm just going to repeat it again. So right left in the air, you put it down, you turn 1 and you lift your left leg, you lift your left leg and you slap it. 2 and you put it down. 3 slap and down. 4 you throw yourself a bit forward. Snap, snap. If you can't snap your fingers, make sure you make your hands, you bend them and snap them a bit forward so you have the effect. So then it's your end up here. This is a part that I adapted. You take your right foot, it's already a bit behind. So you take a tiny step so you can go stand on your toe. That's 4 and 5. And you take your left leg and you put it together. 6. You put your right back forward and left back forward together. Then you do the same step, but you turn a quarter, so you're back forward. 7 and 8. And you go on your toe, toe, flat, flat. right, left, right, left. So 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. This is a part with pirouettes. I've also adapted this part because in the sequel they're standing face to face by couples, by 2 persons, and there's no way to get this properly done in such a big group, so we're just going to split the group in 2. Once you get your places, you'll know whether you're group 1 or group 2 in this. And we're going to switch with left, right. So it'll be the same groups for at the end of the reprise of going back to go up and pull down. Once we get there, you'll see what I mean. So you end with 7 and 8 and. So the first group will go 1 and, then second group 2 and then third group 3 and. So the first group goes 1 and, they just stand like this while the second group makes a pirouette 3 and, then it's back to the first group 4 and once again they stand still while the other group does 7 and. So for the pirouettes, you take your right leg and you pull it up. This is called a retiré. If you have shoes, this will be a bit more difficult to get it 100% right the way I explain it, but you need to point your feet and make sure your toe is on your knee like this. Your legs are closed, so they're forward, standing forward. When you've got shoes on, it'll be a bit more difficult, but make sure your foot is near your knee and it's not dangling somewhere. You've got it close and you've got it like this. Your hands go up. The easiest is to slap your left hand to your right and grab it so you've got your hands locked like this. When you pull your legs up, you will get a bit of a boost in order to make the pirouette so you go a bit faster. So that will help. So make sure you start from really low and you go up. And for the pirouette we need, so like I said, your right leg is lifted up. So you will have to go stand on your toes, on your left foot. This is because it's easier. If it doesn't work out for you, you can also do the pirouette on a flat foot. You need a bit more strength for that, but it's also very manageable. So you go 1 and your feet are again open after this and your hands are down. You wait 3 and, or the other group makes their pirouette, then they wait on 1 end and again 3, 4, 5 and 6 and. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you do it on your flat foot, it'll be the same, open, close. If you know how to spot this the technique you use for pirouettes, that you always look at the same point and just switch very fast. If you know it, you can do it. If you don't know it, there are only 2 pirouettes. There's a bit down between, so I don't think you'll get too dizzy with it. So 7 and 8 and 1 and 2 and 3 and then the second group 4 and 5 and you put your feet back together and you jump. This is again like the way it is in the choreography. So 5 and 6. Your right foot. You go to the side and you touch your right foot with your left hand and the other goes up. So your arms are in a line, you touch, you switch and you touch again. So 5 and 6 and 6 and. This goes very fast, so Just rehearse it, go slow, faster, faster until you've got it down. So 5 and 6 and